How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Gauntlet of Gaming, where these hands are ready to eat for everyone. My name is Malik.
I'm Francis.
Santiago.
And today we are going to be talking about something very close to home. Very, very close to home. For those of you who don't know, as of the time of recording this video, it is July, also known as the month of fireworks and destruction and firearm firing, also known as 4th of July month. So, with that all being said, we're going to be talking about our most American video games ever. This is going to be the most American podcast you're ever going to hear from us about video games. So prepare for that. Before we go into all of that, don't forget that we are on all of the social medias. We are on the Twitters, we are on the Instagrams, we're on the Facebooks, we're on YouTube, and we're even on Spotify. Usual suspects. We're the Gauntlet of Gaming everywhere except for Twitter. On Twitter, it's the Gauntlet with a 4 instead of an A because to this day, some jerk stole our name. I'll find them. I don't know what I'll do to them, but I'll find them. But yeah,
We'll show the American way.
we'll take care. We'll do it the way that the Americans do it. We'll take a bottle rocket and we'll aim it at them and accidentally light ourselves on fire.
We take their oil.
That too, yes. Take their oil, and if they ask why are you doing this, we say for freedom. Alright, so with all that being said, let's get to our question of the day, and that is, what is the most American video game you've ever played, ever seen, ever heard of? There's quite a few examples out there, probably more examples than we could even begin to mention. Just remember that just because it's an American video game, and I don't mean American as in like American developed, I mean American is like America is a big focus of the game. You'll find a lot out there, but they might not all be good. So, yeah. What's the most American game that you found out there? So, yeah. This is going to be another one of those, like, discussion podcasts where we're not really going in, like, a list or anything like that. We're kind of just casually talking, just bringing up some games, and then, you know, that's just having a chill environment to talk about some American video games.
And you're gonna like it.
Yeah. You have the freedom to enjoy our podcast. Do I have the freedom to not enjoy it? No, you do not. Welcome to America.
The first one.
What'd you say?
And I got the first one to talk about.
Alright, what's up?
This may come as a shock to some of you, but I think GTA is pretty American.
Oh, you're not wrong. Not at all.
I mean, I guess
all of them.
Oh, hey, I know. No. For sure. All of them. Yeah. What were you going to say, Francis?
no, I was just saying, I guess so. I never thought about that.
Oh, Francis, if only you knew about the capitalism and the freedom and the ability for you to do whatever you want in the world of Grand Theft Auto and how it's an allegory for America. Yeah, pretty much that.
Yeah. If I had cheat codes in real life, then yeah, maybe sure.
I mean, minus the cheat codes part, but like also thinking about like the cities that are highlighted in Grand Theft Auto and how those are like major cities that are highlighted in our real world and how they satirize a lot of those cities and things like that. Yeah, I agree 100% that the Grand Theft Auto series is like, I mean, Jesus, Grand Theft Auto Online is the incarnate of America. Chaos, explosions, stupid people, good people who get ruined by stupid people, and very shiny cars. Unless I'm missing something.
The cheat codes.
Oh, yes. And cheating. Lots and lots of cheating. But that's funny. It's funny that you bring up... What's up?
The mini games.
The what? Oh,
those are actually fun. Yeah.
I mean...
like the car darts. Those are fun to watch.
I used to play those games and I was like, I wasn't a big fan of it, so I kind of just let it go.
Really?
But, yeah.
Those were actually fun.
But I mean, granted, like everyone played Grand Theft Auto for a different reason, so it's just like what was appealing to me may not be appealing to others, and what was appealing to others may not be appealing to me. But again, that's the freedom of Grand Theft Auto. Just do what you want. I mean,
And then shoot aliens with a minigun. What more could you possibly want?
What's up?
In GTA 5, you can get high and then shoot aliens with a minigun. What
Exactly.
more could you possibly want?
Oh.
Yeah. Like,
I remember that.
yeah. That's America. What other nation do you know of where you just smoke weed, aim a rocket launcher or a minigun up into the air, and just say "screw off, space wizards"?
Actually, I'm wondering, have you guys ever played the story for it?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, so you guys remember that one time when Michael was flying in the sky?
Yes.
Oh
That was
yeah.
fun.
Yes.
That was great. I discovered that song through that game.
Oh my gosh.
That's hilarious.
It's a good song.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's funny that you started off with Grand Theft Auto, because the one that I was going to start off with is the one that everyone considers to this day to still, not anymore, but they used to consider it to be the Grand Theft Auto clone, and that's Saints Row. But specifically, I think the most American of all Saints Row games has to be Saints Row 4. Like,
Yeah, where you become the president.
yeah, you're literally the president of the United States. And funny enough, also shooting aliens with machine guns. It's too bad, America gets destroyed along with, the rest of the earth, but it'd be like that sometimes. But I still think one of the funniest things about Saints Row 4 was the fact that not only did you have like this American fireworks minigun that just cycled through like different types of ammunition and fire and things like that. It looks so weird and so jank, but it was very American. You also flew in a Flying Eagle jet. And it was one of the greatest things ever, because you would charge up the laser, and every time you release the charged up laser, the eagle cries. It's like the screech.
Amazing.
It's the screech of the eagle, and I'm like, America. I was like, I have to. I can only fly the Screaming Eagle. Actually, I think, yeah, that was the name of the jet. It was called the Screaming Eagle.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Am I missing out in that game?
Are you missing out?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Yeah. Honestly, no.
it sounds fun.
I think if you want the fun of Saints Row, but you want it to be more like grounded, I'd say Saints Row the Third is the better one to go with. Granted, that's personal opinion. Personally, I think Saints Row the Third is the best. I think Fourth took it too far. 1 and 2 are classics, but the third is where it's at for me. And we don't talk about Gat Out of Hell. Gat Out of Hell never happened.
I actually like Gat Out of Hell.
Hey, that's perfectly fine.
It was fun.
I just don't. That's one of the beauties of living in America. You can like something, and I cannot like something, and we can still be best friends about it. I may give you the side eye, but America. You said why?
Because America.
Because America. Oh man. But yeah, no. I that's why I was like, Santi brought up GTA first. I'm gonna have to transition into Saints Row. I have to. It's literally got a jet called the Screaming Eagle. How do you not talk about that? But Francis, do you have something? Do you have a game? Something to tantalize us with?
I know one thing for sure, and it was a game that you guys introduced me to, and that we're actually gonna play it next week, and that's Broforce.
Oh, you stole one of my picks, you jerk!
I mean, I had no other option.
It'd be like that sometimes.
I don't play many American games.
Oh, how dare you!
So one game that's not necessarily about America, but feels very American, I think is Doom.
Doom. I can see why. That like gun-toting, door-stomping, head-bashing, good old American gunplay. But I don't think it would be Doom. I think it'd be Wolfenstein. I think Wolfenstein is more of that. If that's an American game. I mean, you're fighting against alternate history Nazi Germany.
I guess.
So
I guess you have a point.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to say that the demons from hell are the commies, and that's why the demons are red, because
yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. They're communists. Satan's a commie.
Yeah, Satan's. Oh gosh, are we gonna get in trouble for that?
Is that really how the game goes?
Kinda, yeah.
Oh my god.
Literally, Doom is you are the Doom guy. The residents of Hell are trying to merge into Earth and take over our place. Actually, no, it wasn't Earth. It was
Mars.
Mars, yeah.
Mars.
They were coming from Mars, and then they attacked Earth. And then you alone are the Doom Slayer. But yeah, no, I think out of the like Doom Slayer, I forget what the actual genre for them are. There's like a subgenre that they're part of. But I think Wolfenstein out of those that just subgenre would definitely be like the more American game. Because I mean, you're punching Nazis in the face. It's pretty American.
Speaking of like communism and stuff, I actually just remembered one right now.
What's up?
Fallout 4.
Oh, most definitely, yeah.
I mean, they have like Wait, have you guys?
Wait, also Duke Nukem.
Oh, I mean, Duke Nukem's an obvious one, but I was gonna save that for the end. But that's okay. I wasn't gonna talk about the Duke anyways.
It's okay.
What were you saying though, Francis?
Very good. Oh, so have you guys played Fallout 4?
Yeah,
I haven't.
So
I've played it multiple times.
No, that's a lie. I played it. I just never,
finished.
played it.
Okay. Well, so Santi, do you remember that part where, with the Brotherhood of Steel, you had to like rebuild that giant robot, Liberty Prime?
Yeah.
And I remember when it started up, it was like attack or I forgot how exactly it went. It was like attack communists or something like that.
Oh yeah, with the lines Liberty Prime has.
Yeah,
they're hilarious.
Like that. Oh, wow.
For anyone who knows, who's played, they know what we're talking about.
Yeah. It's one of those. If you know, you know. Yeah. Oh, what's it called? Because you brought up Fallout. There was another game I was thinking about. Oh, I was thinking of BioShock. BioShock Infinite. Like,
yes.
The marketing for BioShock Infinite was just super American. And even when you play the game, granted, guilty, have not played BioShock Infinite. But you look at just the imagery and the way that they portray things, and it feels like very old-timey America. With the flags, the designs, the detail work. Things like that.
Infinite's the only one I've actually finished.
Now, I need you to tell me, is it American?
It's pretty American.
Well, that sounds like a game I need to play then, partner.
Actually, you know what? Yeah,
it gets a little weird at the end, but it's pretty American.
Yeah, because I know what happens at the end, and I'm just like, that's not American. That's not very American.
BioShock.
Yeah, my head. That ending hurt my head.
Yeah, I was like, this is alright. Yep, this is definitely a BioShock game.
It's just like, so who's Booker? Yes.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, wait, are you Booker? Are you Booker? Yes. All right. Thank you for playing. What were you saying, Francis?
That was a fun game, though.
I can't make a promise and say that I'll ever play it, but
I know, because you're not into that.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got another one.
What happened?
The old Call of Duty games.
Yes. I mean, just like Duke Nukem, man. It's like those are the obvious choices.
Modern Warfare.
Exactly. Yeah, Modern Warfare 2 specifically.
But well, I'm talking old like PS2 Call of Duty.
Oh, you're doing the retro COD.
Yeah, because I'm looking at my stash right now. Call of Duty 3, that was American right there.
I'd say something a little more American than Call of Duty would be Medal of Honor, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, that too.
Especially since Medal of Honor is more of the classic, which is sad because people forget that.
Oh, is it Sniper Elite where you can snipe Hitler in the
ball?
Yeah, in the balls.
Yeah.
Well, what?
Yeah,
That feels like a very American thing to have
that's
in
a
a game.
very American thing to do. It's like, forget punching a Nazi in the face. You get to snipe Hitler in the ball. Because I think it's the one testicle, if I remember. Either it's the one,
Really?
or it's just funny. Like, if you've never played it, go look it up. Go look up Sniper Elite sniping Hitler's balls. Your search history will definitely be corrupted, but you'll thank
It'll
us
be
for
worth
it
the
later.
laugh.
Yeah, you'll thank us for it after.
Wow.
But yeah, no, going away from, I mean, not really going away from something a little more retro, going back to something that's retro that we recently actually played. Dude, I forgot how American Destroy All Humans 1 was. Like, as playing through it recently,
The politics.
Yeah, like, it's the way, the satire in it, the way that everything is portrayed. It was funny, but it was just weird. It was, Santi, I tell you,
Like,
I have to stop playing games that are so meta. This is a sin. This is a curse that I have, that every time I play a game, specifically for the Gauntlet of gaming, every time I play a game, it always is meta to what's happening in our current, like, world. And Destroy All Humans was exactly that. But I guess, and I said this before when I was fighting the final boss, I was like, or the penultimate boss, I was like, I must have not finished this game when I was younger, because I didn't remember things being so, like, either that or I was just young and innocent, but I was like, I don't remember things being so American with this game. And I wasn't, I'm not complaining, but it was just funny. And then for you, I mean, I knew that Crypto becomes the president of the United States after that, but I was like,
What?
It's a game where you literally become the president. Like, it was Saints Row 4 before Saints Row 4 happened. Or, it's Saints Row 4 if the aliens became Mr. President over the boss.
Win.
Yeah. Zinyak comes down to Earth and becomes the president. There you go.
I mean, for me and Destroy All Humans, when I was watching you play, like, and it was the first day too. Like, the first day you played it, and then you were like, what were you doing? You were pretending to be the mayor or something?
Yeah, I think he was the mayor of the town.
Yeah, that part right there, I was like, that is way too close to real life. Like, I'm uncomfortable, but I'm also laughing at it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right, because you did point that out too, and I was just like, yeah, this is kind of awkward. This is very meta.
They got it so on point.
You're right, but hey, did they get it on point, or was that satire making it, or what is it, self-fulfilling prophecy? Yeah, was it on point, or was it just a self-fulfilling prophecy?
Both.
There you go.
Why America?
Now, here's the funny thing. There's all of these American games that we brought up, right? You notice how none of these games had United States or US or USA or any of that in their names at all?
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to take y'all back. Back to a time and a place that y'all probably don't remember too vividly. But at the same time, it might kickstart some memories. And I wish I had this game so I could play it this month. Have you guys ever played Cruisin USA?
I've never even heard of it.
No.
Oh, you guys, my heart. You've never heard of Cruisin USA?
No.
There's America.
Oh my god, this is America. You need to play this game. Used to play it on the N64. It also was in arcades too. Like, Cruisin USA used to be an arcade game. And I think it got an updated version that you could actually play against other arcade machines too. But Cruisin USA was literally a racing game where you raced across the states of, you raced across the United States. There were different states that had different, stereotypical themes to them. Of course, California is going to be like the super beach heavy, sunset surfer dudes type of area. Texas would be like desert roads and stuff like that. And there's just an assortment of states. Like, y'all should check it out. Y'all should check out Cruisin USA, just to see what it was like. And I'm like, man, I don't play a lot of racing games, but if they told me that they were gonna remake or remaster, no, you couldn't even remaster at this point. You'd have to remake Cruisin USA. I'd take all of my American dollars. Here you go. I will play this game again.
Wait, how did it play? Did it play like the F1 game?
No, it was a lot more casual. Yeah, Cruisin USA was a lot more of a casual racing game. I'm trying to think of how I could... How could I phrase how it was played? I don't really... Yeah, I can't
like
really...
Crazy Taxi.
No, not Crazy Taxi. Like, it was a legitimate racing... Like, have you ever played that motorcycle... Have you ever played the motorcycle arcade game? Like at Strikes and other
the one where you have to like lean left and right and
Precisely. Yeah, it was basically
yeah.
that, but for cars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was a lot more casual. It wasn't, you know, super crazy. I mean, it wasn't even as crazy as that, because in that game you could do like flips and dips and tricks and stuff like that. But yeah, Cruisin USA is a classic. It's a great classic too.
You know what genre of games has always felt very, very American, with at least the ones I've played?
First-person shooters?
No, I was gonna say scrolling beat 'em ups.
You know what?
Because you got Final Fight, Streets of Rage, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games,
Double Dragon.
Yeah,
dude, you got a point there. Side-scroller beat 'em ups. I can't think of really like. Yeah,
like
you're right.
What all like the classic, you know, beat 'em ups, like they're all like pretty American.
Yeah, I can get behind that and agree 100%. Dang, I didn't even think about that. That's pretty interesting. I kind of want to go and look for like a side scroller beat 'em up that is like, not
Streets of Rage 4 is on the Games Pass, right?
Yeah, I just haven't played it at all yet, so I haven't even looked at it.
Same.
Because speaking of American games, Destroy All Humans 1 is coming out in I want to say 2 weeks. Yeah, it comes out in 2 weeks.
Already a remaster?
Yeah, not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after it comes out.
Oh, that's awkward. Aren't you playing the original?
Well, no, I just finished playing the original. Which is why I thought it was just funny, because I was just like on stream. I was like, you know, most people would say that you should play a game like this, you know, closer to the release. But for me, I don't care.
There it is.
Because I'll be playing Ghost of Tsushima. That's why.
Yeah, it's like exactly. I was like, I'll be playing Ghost, and then out of nowhere, the Welcome to Area 43 trailer came out, and I was just like, oh, I didn't look at this trailer. Let me look at it. And there was the release date, and I choked on air. I was like, it's coming out on the 29th? Why? Like, as the trailer was happening, I was just like, please. Just
Mario Origami King comes out on the 18th.
It comes out next week, right?
I'm pretty hype.
Yeah.
Pretty hype.
So I'm just like, gosh, all of these games coming out, they're interfering with the American... Actually, I mean... Funny thing about this month is it's supposed to be like our American Games month, and I'm about to play the most not American game next Thursday. So, it'd be like that sometimes.
I mean, think of it as you're just playing an anime.
That's exactly how I'm treating it.
Yeah.
But, it got me thinking, though, because I was just like, it's supposed to be like the American games, the red, white, and blue Screaming Eagles waving the flags and whatnot type of games that we were going to play this month. And I was like, but when you really get down to it, and when you really think about it, at least for me growing up in America, the big thing is the fact that American, like, games that feel like America should be games that are diverse. They have a lot to them. They're not just the same hamburgers, hot dogs, red, white, and blue tank tops. They're games that, sure, can take place in America or have American characters or things like that, but it has more diversity to it in the sense that you can experiment more. Because for me, it's like when I think about what makes something American, it's that freedom to experiment, to try something, to do something stupid, right? Americans are known for being stupid. I will neither confirm nor deny that I fit that stereotype. But what I will say though is that, you know, it's kind of the same thing with video games. It's, you know, usually the games that feel very American to us are the games that make us feel like we're having some dumb fun. Broforce. Sorry. I had a little bit of a choke there.
A game I managed to suck at.
What, Broforce?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I keep dying.
You're gonna have to learn to suck less, buddy, because we're playing that next week. Oh my goodness. But yeah, funny enough, it's like, because you think about, not you, but I think about how, like, yeah, American games, they have that freedom, that exploration to really do what we want and things of the such. And I forgot that there is a game, though, that literally is the definition of America. And Santi, you know this, because we had a chuckle about this before. We left out a more recent addition to our, not more recent, but fairly recent addition to our American games playlist. Gentlemen, have you heard of Assassin's Creed 3? Like,
that is very American.
Assassin's Creed 3, man, I wouldn't even say it's very American. Assassin's Creed 3 is America. It's like,
it's the American Revolution.
Yeah, like,
except every major event was, oh, Connor did it,
right? And the thing is, what I told Santi this before, and I think I've confessed this to a few people, but little known fact is that Assassin's Creed 3 actually helped me to get through my US history class. Like, that's how pretty spot on the game was. I mean, Assassin's Creed, you can never take everything that they say and do to be, you know, 100% fact. But the fact that I was taking a test and I'm just like, wait a second, who was the traitor? Wait, Connor said that this guy was the traitor. Okay, so it has to be that. Okay, yeah, and the reason why this person was named this was that, and I was like, oh man, a video game helped me learn more US history than my actual US history class. That's a problem. That's a problem.
It's all those Templars' fault.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, actually, Templars are the good guys. Okay? They're not the bad guys. You're the bad guy.
Oh, you.
Yeah, you're right. But you know what? I have the freedom to be the bad guy, because this is America. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to think though, is there like any like other big American game that we're missing? Oh my gosh, yes there is. I'm surprised Francis didn't bring this up.
Sports games?
No. Well, I mean,
those don't count.
What?
Sports games don't count. That's too easy.
Sports games don't count. Sports games are international though.
No, not Madden.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, Madden and 2K and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's way too easy. No, we forgot about the game that not satirizes, but, you know, calls out philosophy for not just America, but for nations all over the world. How in the world did none of us mention Metal Gear Solid?
That's right.
Not just Metal Gear Solid, dudes, we forgot the final boss fight of Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, which was one of the most American.
I never played that one, so I didn't know.
Oh, you've never played? Have you never seen the fight either?
I've seen it. It's so funny.
The fight with Senator Armstrong. Oh my gosh. Like, I kind of want to just like,
what?
I want to play the audio in the podcast just so everyone can hear the speech that Senator Armstrong gives, because you sit there and you're like, you know what? He's got a point. This is America. Oh gosh.
That's one game though, but in the other Metal Gear games?
I would say 4 is a very good example of being an American game and the influence, the international influence that people can have. And the fact that 3 is a good example of international espionage and the catastrophic effects that can come from it. Like, yeah, Metal Gear Solid has a lot of national espionage, you know, aspects to it. and it seems a lot more American focused than it does like any other nation being the focus of the story. So that's why for me, I'm just like, yeah, Metal Gear Solid, or Metal Gear in general is a very like Americans, you know, soldier on the ground, espionage, spy master type of game. That
pretty much. Also, pretty much any Tom Clancy game.
Oh, dude,
yeah.
For the most part, I haven't played a lot of Ghost Recon, but aside from Ghost Recon, every other one, and maybe even Siege, I would say, every other Tom Clancy game aside from like the Ghost Recon games and Siege, I would say are like super American. Granted, maybe you can just throw Ghost Recon in there because, like I said, I haven't played a lot of them, so I don't know how like American they are. But how non-American could they really be? They're Tom Clancy games. Like,
I mean, even Wildlands is pretty American. Your squad of Americans trying to destabilize an insurgent like nation.
Yeah,
That sounds like a very American thing to do.
Yeah. Is it healthy American thing to do? No, but I mean, at the same time, video games, what you gonna do? But yeah, no, I'm just like, what's another? Oh, Just Cause. Just Cause could be the same way as like Wildlands, but
in a way,
it's not, you know, it's not as obvious. Nah, I wouldn't say obvious is the word. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's as like obvious. You know, it's not as big and out there. Wildlands, you know, Wildlands is very big on the whole like we are Americans going into, you know, non-American soil, but Just Cause doesn't really do that. But I guess you could still say it's I mean, I say this: Just Cause as a series is an American game, more or less. I would say like 2, 3, and 4 for just the sheer amount of just destruction you do.
So, I mean, I only played the third one, so...
You said you've only played the third one?
Yeah.
Oh, no. You missed out on the classic that is 2?
Yeah.
Either.
I feel betrayed. My friends have betrayed me. Are you even Americans? Are you actually just spies?
I'm an immigrant, so...
Oh, that's understandable. Wait, that's American.
Is it?
Yes. There are immigrants, and immigrants make up a large aspect of American culture. Diversity, remember? Diversity. Exactly. You gotta think these things. These are big boy brain thoughts. Okay, so this specifically isn't an American game, but it has one of the most stereotypical representations of an American character, like archetype. How are we gonna not talk about Guile from Street Fighter?
Oh yeah.
Like, how are we not gonna talk about the Sonic Boom Man himself? Like, Guile is so American that he was played by Jean-Claude Van Damme. Like,
really?
Yes.
Street Fighter movie.
Yeah.
Actually,
and Jean-Claude Van Damme's likeness was used in the video game of the movie. So yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Francis, have you never seen the Street Fighter movie?
No.
One of the golden video game movies of all time.
Like, because it was good, or comical?
Oh gosh, no, it was not good. It was so comical. It was one of those it's so bad it's good type of things where it's like you laugh at so many aspects. It also had one of the sickest lines that I've ever heard in a video game movie in my life. And that's, "For you, the day that bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday."
Wait, you said that before. I didn't know
I
it was
have.
that movie.
Yeah, it came from the Street Fighter movie.
Oh.
It came from M. Bison in the movie. It's Guile. Guile is is American representation. He is the healthier American representation, whereas Duke Nukem is like the older brother who just didn't he screwed up growing up, and so Duke is like the older brother who's disgusting, and Guile's the younger brother who's just like, all right, I can get behind you. I respect you, sir, fellow American.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I mean that's in a lot of games. There's a lot of games that have, you know, that like stereotypical American character. Like, for some reason, Chris Redfield is our American like representative for Resident Evil, even though everyone knows that Leon is better.
Yeah.
But it's just, you know, it's like, hey, stereotypes are a thing for a reason. There's a little bit of truth behind them. Guile's a beefed up American soldier with whatever kind of hairstyle that is. That's the one thing about Guile I'll never understand. Why does the American character have such a weird hairstyle? It's iconic, but it's weird.
Wait, now that I'm thinking about it, you said Jean-Claude Van Damme was Guile?
Yeah, he played Guile in the movie. Yeah.
Was Chuck Norris ever
in the
Chuck
Street Fighter
Norris?
movie?
Like, was he ever in any video game type of thing?
Yes.
Other than Broforce.
Well, then, I'm sure he was, but not to the extent where it was like a super big deal.
Oh, okay.
Like, Chuck Norris didn't have his own game. I mean, yeah, I'm just like, Walker Texas Ranger, you know, actually, no, I don't think Walker Texas Ranger was the bro that's in Broforce. Chuck Norris has a few, I think, in Broforce. I think he has like 2 or 3 characters that he's played.
Does he?
I believe so. I actually don't remember the entire Broforce roster because the only one that mattered to me was the Predator and Neo. But yeah, I actually have to think about that. But let's be honest. What's up?
Chuck Norris is America.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, most American video game, Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris was the most American video game before video games were a thing. There you go. That's what?
I just thought of a good one.
What?
Far Cry Blood Dragon. Very 80s, very American 80s.
Well, didn't everyone have a fascination with like neon in the 80s though?
Yeah, that's the whole 80s aesthetic.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that would specifically be American.
That was the 80s in America. That was the American aesthetic. Like the 80s in like the UK is a very different aesthetic from
that's
American 80s.
Yeah. You got a point there. That's true. Yeah, that's
and even the whole way the cutscenes are like done. It's whole 80s action hero.
Okay. See, well, and granted, yeah, like I haven't played Blood Dragon, so that's why I can't reference it too well. But
he has a shotgun, and every time he reloads a shotgun, he flips them off.
All right, yeah, that's American. There you go.
There's a minigun. There's like it's very American.
Yeah, that sounds. At the moment you said 80s action hero movie aesthetic, I'm like, yep, never mind. That is American right there.
Actually, you brought up Far Cry. Would you say Far Cry 5 is American?
Yeah,
yes, it is. Yeah.
I forgot Far Cry 5 was a thing.
I also forgot Far Cry 5 was a thing, and they're already talking about Far Cry 6. And I was just like, wait.
Ew.
What happened to 5? Which I think Far Cry 6 is also going to be an American-based one. Unless I'm mistaken. I haven't looked into it, because I don't know if y'all saw my post that I made, where I was talking about, like, why do people keep leaking things and stuff like that? Like, why are we living in a time where leaks are the thing now?
Yeah.
And I said that in relation to Far Cry 6, because they released like footage and like discussion of the main villain of the game because of who's portraying him, and I was just like, you know, that's awesome and all, but it would have been a really sick reveal when it happened. Oh gee, I don't know, tomorrow, or I guess today for those who are listening, because yeah, Ubisoft is doing their whole future showcase on Sunday, which I mean,
okay.
if you're listening, would be today. For us, because we're recording on Saturday, it would be tomorrow. But yeah, it's just like, really. But anyways, that's a whole different podcast to have all on itself. It's,
Patience isn't an American thing.
Yeah, exactly. Leaks. There you go. The greatest American sin. And it's not even just American. That's just the greatest sin in gaming. It's just leaks.
Goodness.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Thanks, America.
You know what else? What I would say would be an American game. Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2.
You ain't wrong.
I was thinking
Wild West.
Yeah,
but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, that's the old school Wild West. And we were talking about military games, and I thought about another military game that I personally haven't played. I don't know if you guys have played it, but it could. I guess you can consider it to be very American. Spec Ops: The Line.
Yeah,
I've heard of it.
Yeah,
PTSD the game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a crazy game. I'll never see myself playing it, but yeah, definitely.
Oh, speaking of military, Ace Combat.
Yeah.
That's a fun one.
Yeah, I guess you could say Ace Combat is pretty American. They don't flaunt it as much, though, right? Granted, it's been a while since I played Ace Combat, so it's like.
Uncharted, I would say, feels pretty American.
Tomb Raider.
Does Uncharted and Tomb Raider really have like a strong national?
Nathan Drake feels more American than I would say Lara Croft, but Lara Croft's not American in the first place.
Oh yeah, she sounds kind of like British.
But it's like for those games, I feel like it's never been a national thing. It's been more of like a lore and history based thing, where it's based off of.
Well, the way Nathan Drake games always play out feels very like Indiana Jones kind of style.
Okay. I can get behind that.
I get that, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I would say those are more subtle than with like the Uncharted games. It's more of like a more subtle version of the American hero than most of the other games that we've said today. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a pretty good list of games screaming out, you know, America, or as I say, cries in freedom.
Actually, one more.
What's up?
Would you say Star Wars represents America?
No.
No? Are you sure?
Honestly, no.
It's an icon of American culture, but I don't think that fits in with American games.
Yeah. I would go as far to be on to say that it's not even an icon of American culture anymore. It's just an icon of geek culture. Like, it's an icon in general, but I wouldn't say
Star Wars is pretty international at this point.
Yeah, it's international. It's got its own identity to it. There's not really and especially since a lot of the influence for Star Wars is not American. It's more you look to the East for a lot of the inspiration for Star Wars. I would say no. I wouldn't be able to say that.
Okay, I get that.
But I could see why you might think about that.
Like, yeah, I was thinking of the themes of the game.
Yeah, I know the themes. Oh man, you're gonna make me go back to a Star Wars podcast, and we're gonna talk a long time about the themes of Star Wars. Yeah, no, I don't think it carries the same because for Star Wars, a lot of it is like resistance and rising up against oppression and things like that. But that doesn't feel very like American and national focused. It just feels like. That feels like a worldly thing, like people around the world are trying to remove oppression and things like that. So it doesn't really feel too specific, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get it.
But yeah, but that's all I've got. I think that's a pretty good amount of American games. If anyone was ever like, I want to play an American game, what should I play?
Huh.
List.
Yeah, I think we have expanded our freedom in video games. And I'm sure that there are plenty of other games out there. Like, the thing about it is, the further you go back in gaming history, the more you're going to find, like, those American games because of developers trying to have, like, that national pride, you know, and also that national competition of, like, well, our games are better than your games. And it's like, oh, well, our games are better than your games.
I didn't even talk about Homefront or The Division.
Right? Well,
Yeah.
the Division is Tom Clancy.
Oh yeah, that is Tom Clancy.
But you're right.
Oh,
Yeah, we didn't even talk about Homefront.
is Homefront Tom? No. it's
No,
not Tom
Homefront
Clancy.
isn't. I think the reason why I forgot about Homefront was because of the second game. And how the second game kind of ruined...
Oh yeah, the second Homefront was bad.
Yeah, it ruined the good nature of the first one. But yeah, I mean, Homefront is the Red Dawn of video games, if anyone understands that reference.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
pretty much. It's that same scenario as Red Dawn.
exactly. Yeah, but just in video
Alright.
game form. I'll never forget the days when someone had a chopper in the air and you were just like, well, that's game over. We're not winning. Good times. Good times.
It's also one of those shooters where you actually play it for the story.
Did I, though?
I did. I didn't touch the multiplayer.
I only played the multiplayer. Yeah, I never touched
Really?
the story. Yeah, I did not touch the story once of that game, actually.
I love the story of the first Homefront.
Which is disappointing because the fact that I definitely don't have it in my collection of old games, and I don't know if I'm gonna get it anytime soon. So that's kind of disappointing. But I'll just look it up. You know, we live in the age of YouTubes. We can just look stuff up. But
It was great.
yeah, ladies and gentlemen,
Actually,
huh?
I just came up with something.
What?
So, have you guys ever played like Jumpstart?
Jump Start?
Yeah, it's like those old educational games,
No.
like Jumpstart, kindergarten, preschool.
Yeah, I
I
know
don't
exactly
know.
what you're talking about.
First-
Yeah, I have.
Is that American?
I'm like or Jumpstart educational video games. What are you talking about?
They were fun, dude.
It's all CD-ROMs.
Yeah, like Windows 98 stuff. Yeah, good times.
I've never. If I did play those, they have long since escaped my memory. I have no idea. But I mean, what would you say would make them like American?
Oh, you learn like some geography. Well, it depends on the grade. Like for example, Jumpstart second grade, you can learn about like the states and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like geography, all that stuff.
I mean, I don't think it fits the American game aesthetic that we were talking about with the previous games, but I mean, it talks about American stuff.
It was
It's
fun.
an educational program for kids, Francis.
Yeah,
It's
like
a fun game though.
like I don't think there's any adult gamer who's just like, ladies and gentlemen, I can't wait to play Jumpstart.
Oh shoot, I would. I would stream that.
I love that rabbit.
Oh my gosh,
That one's different, right? That one was Reader Rabbit.
Was it? I thought he was part of
Yeah.
Jumpstart.
No, I think that was different because I remember I had two types. There was Jumpstart and Reader Rabbit.
You guys lost me.
Yeah.
You've completely lost me. The game that I grew up with that was educational was Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That was my educational game. It taught me how to suck less. Oh my gosh.
People listening are like, well, I bet these guys are fun at parties.
Oh, Santi, why you gotta make me hurt?
You can bet.
I'm
This is America.
I'm fun at a party, so long as there are fighting games, and there are, I would say, decent food. It doesn't have to be good food. Just decent food and fighting games. We got a
It
party.
just has to be free.
Stop!
Yeah.
No. That's the most American thing. Oh my gosh, guys!
It's
All
pretty
right.
realistic.
This is the game. This is the game that we end out on for the podcast. Because we completely overlooked this game too, and this is definitely an American game. I don't know how the heck we overlooked this. One of the most American games that I played recently is SpiderMan for the PS4.
Oh yeah, any of the Spider-Man games, honestly.
Yeah, but specifically like this one, this is like Spider-Man. It lets you are in New York. It's just like you're swinging around New York. you're seeing the American flag, you're interacting with the American peoples, and it feels like playing an American game. And plus the fact that like Spider-Man is one of the most iconic American superheroes of all time. Like, yes, yeah, there you go. One of the most American superhero games, and probably the most American game I've recently played, aside from the fact that, destroy all humans, you become the president. But yeah,
I mean, you can go see Avengers Tower.
Exactly. That's pretty American.
That's pretty American.
You can hear J. Jonah Jameson criticize you just like Americans.
Just like Americans. You see what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen of the Gauntlet of Gaming, we've come to our consensus. Spider-Man 2018 for the PlayStation 4 is the most American game of all time. No questions, no debates. You cannot DM us about this. We will not respond.
That's not American.
We will see you in Miles Morales. You said that's not American? Yeah, it is. If you say that if you say anything about us because we say that Spider-Man is the best game of all time, we're gonna call it fake news. Is this gonna get us in trouble?
We will resort to communism.
We would never get in trouble.
I think we're okay.
We are all God-fearing Americans.
And you know what? And that's the thing. If we do get in trouble, we'll just say that that's not very American of them to do. So there's a lot of people who are going to hate us for putting this podcast out. I'm just going to say that now.
Rights. I know my Miranda rights.
Oh my goodness. Your Miranda Lawson rights?
Oh my god, why are you like this?
I forgot the whole name. I just know Miranda rights.
Alright, on that note, thank you for listening to the Gauntlet of Gaming, where these ads are rated E for everyone.
Why are you like this?
My name is Malik.
I'm Francis. I'm
Santiago.
And I'm gonna go get beaten up by Santi now for making that joke.
Why are you like this?
Bye, everyone. And remember, freedom comes from many consequences. So remember, don't do anything super stupid. Protect yourself, stay safe, and remember that it's your American right to be free, but it's also your American consequence to be stupid and suffer from it. So don't be that guy.